Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Today, Arvind Kejriwal resigned. Arvind Kejriwal resigned as the Chief Minister of Delhi. Why? Why did he resign? We'll talk about that. Atishi Marlena was made the new Chief Minister. Let's talk about that too. Let's get right into the show. So, Arvind Kejriwal resigned. In fact, he's going to resign. He's going to tender his resignation to the Lieutenant Governor at 4 o'clock this evening. Now, one wonders, why is Arvind Kejriwal resigning? Because you see, when he was arrested, he didn't resign. He was still the Chief Minister. He refused to resign. Unlike Hemant Soren and all, he refused to resign. He still remained the Chief Minister. But when he got bail, he resigned. Why? Now he had bail, no? He was outside. Why is he resigning? Now, there's a reason to it. The reason is, one, is because the court conditions actually forced him to resign. And I will tell you what I mean by that. You see, one of the conditions for his bail was that he shall not visit the office of the Chief Minister and the Delhi Secretariat. What it means is that Delhi Chief Minister can't visit his office. Forget visiting his office, he can't even visit Delhi Secretariat. He cannot. That was one of the conditions. So he kind of didn't have much of choice. Now the second condition is much more stringent. You know what is the second condition? The second condition is he shall be bound by the statement made on his behalf, and then he shall not sign official files unless it is required and necessary for obtaining clearance approval of the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. This is the most problematic condition. Arvind Kejriwal cannot sign a file. And if Arvind Kejriwal signs a file, it has to have a concurrence, an approval from the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. We all know Arvind Kejriwal and Lieutenant Governor's relationship. We all know. So the fact is, he will literally have to report to the Lieutenant Governor every day. He signs a file, he'll have to take it to the Lieutenant Governor. He doesn't have to take it, but the file has to go to the Lieutenant Governor and the Lieutenant Governor has to approve his file. Only then will it pass. Do you think a file is going to get passed? Do you think whatever he wants to get passed will get passed if the Lieutenant Governor has to approve it? And he also thought the same. And that is precisely why it was better for Arvind Kejriwal to resign, to put somebody else in his chair, and that person is not bound by this condition. Now, for instance, Atishi Marlena, who has taken over from him, is not bound by this condition. So each and every file doesn't have to go to the Lieutenant Governor for signature. So he had no choice. Let us be very clear, he had no choice but to resign. Of course, he had to pay a bail bond of 50,000 rupees and he cannot make a comment on the case and all that. That all remains. That was the other part. So these two major points were the reason why he resigned. This is number one. Number two is that the only reason why he resigned, actually that was the one major one, but the fact remains that Arvind Kejriwal is a very shrewd politician. One of the shrewdest politicians that I have ever seen in my life, actually. One of the shrewdest politicians I've ever seen. You see, Arvind Kejriwal is well aware that he is not that popular Arvind Kejriwal that he was in 2012, 2013. That popularity of Arvind Kejriwal in India has been sliding and has been gradually sliding down. This is something that he is aware of. The fact that after he going to the people of Delhi and saying that, listen, you guys vote for me, you get AAP back into power, or you get, not into power, but you vote for AAP in the Lok Sabha election. If you don't vote for AAP in the Lok Sabha election, I will be behind bars, and yet people say you stay behind bars, Baba, but we will vote for Bharatiya Janata Party. Now that actually he got him thinking. Is my popularity that low that in spite of me saying that, I'll have to stay behind bars, people didn't vote for me, and they didn't. They voted for Bharatiya Janata Party. He didn't get one single seat. He didn't get one single seat in Delhi. While last time one can understand Modi wave and all of that, this time around, Modi himself was kind of in a lot of trouble. But yet in Delhi, people voted against Arvind Kejriwal and AAP, voted for Bharatiya Janata Party. So I am sure this shrewd mind of his got thinking as to what went wrong. Okay. Now let us spend 2 minutes to figure out what actually could have gone wrong. You see, one thing about India and politics and political parties, we Indians, we are very homogeneous. We are very homogeneous when it comes to our preferences, our political parties. We are very homogeneous. I'll tell you what I mean by that. You see, there was this party called Congress. Now, Congress had this central command. Congress had this supremo, the Gandhi family as was the supremo. And there was a high command. The high command would command everything and all of that. That was what was happening once upon a time. Came this party in the 80s called the Bharatiya Janata Party and said, no, we are party with a difference, Baba. You see, we will not have any high command and low command and all. We will be very open party. We will be very democratic party. We will be the party with a difference. It will be done democratically. Our operations will be very democratic. Our leadership will be very democratic. Our decisions will be very democratic, so on and so forth. Kya hua? What happened? From 80s to 2024, if you see Bharatiya Janata Party now, there is hardly any difference. In fact, no. Bharatiya Janata Party, I think, is more centrally commanded and has a tougher high command than even Congress had before. So, technically speaking, Congress was at its peak, and today when Bharatiya Janata Party is not at its peak actually, but whatever, it is in power, the party is exactly the same. Behavioral pattern exactly the same. So, operationally exactly the same. Bharatiya Janata Party operationally became exactly the same as Congress. No difference. Now 2012, October 2nd, after Arvind Kejriwal said, I will never get into politics, after Arvind Kejriwal said, I don't want to deal with politics, politics is not for me and all that, Arvind Kejriwal started his party. This party was called Aam Aadmi Party. What did Aam Aadmi Party say? Deja vu, exactly what Bharatiya Janata Party says. We will be party with a difference, Baba. We will be party with a difference. They said, you know what, in our party, we will be democratic. In our party, our leadership will be democratic. In our party, we will not have central command. In our party, we will not have supreme leader and all that. This is exactly what Arvind Kejriwal and his AAP said. 2012, October 2nd. Lo behold, in just over 12 years, the complete story changed. Aam Aadmi Party was as Aam as Congress and as Aam as a Bharatiya Janata Party with a central leadership, a supreme leader, and then his loyalist, his coterie. Exactly like Congress was, exactly like Bharatiya Janata Party is, exactly like what AAP is. No change. No change. All the three parties similar. Now, if you remember, AAP, when they started off, there were leaders like Manish Sisodia, who is still with them. There were leaders like Kumar Vishwas, who was still with them. Kumar Vishwas actually is a very interesting personality because, when Dr. Kumar Vishwas started off, he started off as an activist. Then he realized, no, activism, not really. I'll get back into my poetry. And he went back to poetry. Then he decided, no, poetry not really happening for me. So let me do Gita Vachan. So yeah, he was himself a very dynamic personality. His vocation would change like seasons. So fair enough, that is his choice. But Kumar Vishwas, very important person. He was always there with a flag. I don't know how he always got a flag when he stood next to Arvind Kejriwal. But he was always there with a flag next to Arvind Kejriwal and waving it. So that was Kumar Vishwas. Then you had Prashant Bhushan. You had Prashant Bhushan, who was part of AAP. You had Yogendra Yadav, who was part of AAP. You had Ashutosh, who had part of AAP. Most of these people today criticize AAP left, right and center when they get an opportunity. Left, right and center, because this concept of Arvind saying that call me Arvind, don't call me Mr. Kejriwal, or don't call me sir and not Arvind ji and all that, and we are all one team, we take decisions together and all that happened for 2-3 years, and then all that started changing. Arvind Kejriwal said my way or highway, जीतता किसके नाम पे, मेरे नाम पे ना, so my way or highway. So when that my way or highway crept into AAP, all these people like Kumar Vishwas and Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav and Kiran Bedi and Ashutosh and all, they left and they joined different parties. Kiran Bedi went and joined Bharatiya Janata Party, flopped miserably, and now I think she's kind of retired. So this is what happened. So end of the day, AAP was no better than any other party. So the people also started viewing AAP that way, as another political party. There was no special attachment towards AAP and all that. Congress was talking secularism. Bharatiya Janata Party was talking communalism. AAP was talking a little of everything and a lot of freebieism. This was AAP's unique selling proposition, if you look at these three as a brand. And somewhere down the line, the people of Delhi, and I tell you, people of India are very intelligent. The people of Delhi were very simple. The people of Delhi were very clear. The people of Delhi were very clear. When it came to local elections, when it came to assembly election, they voted for AAP and got all the freebie. But when it came to national elections, when it came into parliamentary election, they voted for Bharatiya Janata Party because they trusted Modi more than Arvind Kejriwal. This is what broadly happened. Now, Arvind Kejriwal is supposed to face a Delhi assembly election once again. So if he is supposed to face a Delhi election once again, then he better well equip himself. He better well equip himself and make himself or get back that popularity that he had in 2012, 2013, 2014, and that's precisely what he is going to try and do in the next 2 to 3 months. He is going to try and go back to that old Arvind Kejriwal, the thin gentleman with the rough beard and in Wagoner and all that. All that he has to get back. He has to go back to 2012, 2013, 2014. Only then can he become the same old Arvind Kejriwal, and only then he can be assured that Aam Aadmi Party will win Delhi assembly elections. This is the opportunity he has, and this is the opportunity he is going to take to rebrand himself as the old Arvind Kejriwal. So this is as far as the reason of him resigning is concerned. Now let us spend 2 minutes on Atishi Marlena. Atishi Marlena, to my understanding and my opinion, is a fantastic administrator. She is a fine administrator. She is a very clear thinker and she is a go-getter. This is what I understand from whatever little I have seen of her through media and through whatever work I have seen in Delhi. So that is what she is. Now the fact remains that it is very ironic that Aam Aadmi Party till 2023 never thought that she was good enough to be a minister. Never thought, because she was appointed as a minister in 2023. Before that, she was as an MLA. In 2023, she was appointed as a minister, and in 2024, ironically, she is the chief minister. So that growth was absolutely fast. Because Arvind Kejriwal never understood her talent or never identified her talent, which I wonder what kind of leader would Arvind Kejriwal be then. But theek hai, chalo, it happens. Now, is like some spokesperson of one of their spokespersons said that, Arvind Kejriwal, she is going to be not an acting chief minister, she is not going to be a temporary chief minister, she is going to be a permanent chief. What are you talking about? What not acting chief minister and all that? She is an acting chief minister. She is in this cricket match, in test match, you have the night watchman. Do you know the concept of night watchman? The not so good, not so regular batsmen sent in the last overs of a test match, so that what night watchman can play the last overs, and then the regular batsman can come, assuming that the person gets out on the next day and play the game. So that night watchman is what I think Atishi Marlena currently is in AAP. She is a night watchman. She is there for what? 2 months. So what permanent chief minister are we talking about? And what total authority and total responsibility and all that are we talking about? Arvind Kejriwal is asking for an early election. He is asking for an election with Maharashtra, which means Maharashtra is going to go on polls. That is hopefully, that is if of course our Chief Election Commission and whatever forces feel that we should go to polls. Maharashtra may go to polls in November. So Arvind Kejriwal is asking for going to polls with Maharashtra, which is November. So 2 months, October, November left with her to be the chief minister. 2 months mein kaun sa chief minister? What independence are you going to talk about? Chalo, assuming that he will not get his wish granted, which I don't think he will. If the polls are in March or April, like it should be, Delhi polls, then also she gets around what? 4 to 5 months to operate. 5 months mein what independent chief minister? What can she prove? So the point is, somewhere down the line, I believe Atishi Marlena is a night watchman who is there because obviously appointing Sunita Kejriwal and all, that is Mr. Kejriwal's wife, it would not be the ideal thing to do. That will go against Kejriwal rather than go for him. So obviously that was not the case. Mr. Sisodia is also out on bail, not that he is acquitted. So he would have his own problem. So the best bet was Atishi Marlena. And mind you, even today, Raghav Chadda, which side is he in, or is he completely back into the loyalty zone of Arvind Kejriwal, or is he not in the loyalty zone of Arvind Kejriwal, one doesn't know. So that being said, the best possible choice was Atishi Marlena. Atishi Marlena will be here for 2 months, least 5 to 6 months tops. And then if AAP is back, Arvind is back. This is the story of the day. Till I see you next time, that's tomorrow at 10 p.m. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.